Yo, what is up, my friends? It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Saturday, November 1st, 2025. We got your NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions as always. 4 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of you guys' support as always. Let's have a big day in the NBA once again. We've had a really good week. We continued that last night. Doing a recap from last night, we ended up going 2-1 plus 0.75 units. We'd love to see it, guys. Obviously, we would love to have the sweep, but we'll take a winning night. We cashed the Blazers plus 5.5 on the spread. They ended up winning outright. Nice fourth quarter comeback, guys. We'd love to see it. And then we also cashed Brandon Ingram over 28.5 PRAs. He gets that pretty easily, hitting in the mid-30s. Oh, I missed the night was Jalen Brunson under 2.5 threes. Unfortunately, he just came out firing. And this game turned into an absolute shootout, 135 to 125. So hard to cash many unders when it turns into that kind of a game. So very unfortunate, obviously, there. But like I said, still 2-1 day, plus 0.75 units. We're trying to set up that big day, guys. So I think today's going to be that day. We got 4 picks on the card today. I'm really excited for all 4 of these plays. And I think we're setting ourselves up for a sweep today, guys. I think it's going to happen. So for our comic cappers, though, great day for our comic cappers. Got to get the bag. Calling Keontae George over 7.5 assists. He cashes that with 9. Crusader calling Jalen Johnson over 34.5 PRAs, cashes that. And then Josh Clemente calling Ayo Dosunmu over 11.5 points, cashes that. So great calls there from our comic cappers, guys. We'd love to see it. You guys did another great job there down in the chat. Don't forget to drop your favorite pick below in the chat as always. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And if your pick hits in the chat, we'll include it in our next video. It's a great way to participate here at the channel to help out your fellow cappers and also get some recognition for doing so. That's a lot of fun. We all like to make money together. It's obviously a great feeling when we all can get to the window and cash out and beat the book. So hopefully we can do that once again today. So don't forget to do that. Make sure you guys check out all of our other content here at the channel. We got our college football best bets video live as well. We're already 1-0 so far on that video. We got 5 picks in that. So 4 plays on Saturday. So make sure you guys check that out. We'll also have our NFL Week 9 best bets video coming out at 12 o'clock noon as well, Eastern time. So make sure you guys check that out. We got a sweep on Thursday Night Football, so we're rolling right now in the NFL too. So make sure you guys check out all those videos. It's going to be a great weekend, guys. We're going to make a lot of money here in sports. Also got Game 7 of the World Series coming up. Granted, I don't have a video for it, but enjoy that as well. It should be obviously a lot of fun there as well. Baseball is coming to an end, but obviously excited for that game too. So let's get after it today, though, guys. Last thing, just check out the pinned comment description for any links you guys are looking for here around the channel in regards to membership, merchandise, social media links. It's all down below. I might also be running a day 1 ladder challenge as well today, so look for that. That'll be midday, most likely, if I'm running one. Probably will. I'm going to look and see if we can find some stuff that we like. So let's get right after it, though, guys, into our picks. At number 1, we're going DeMar DeRozan over 27.5 PRAs here for the Sacramento Kings. We got minus 122 odds here on DraftKings. Really like this look on DeMar today. We attacked this matchup last time with Jimmy Butler. Last time there versus the Bucks, and he soared over easily. I think this is another spot here for DeRozan to hit his over. I love small forwards right now versus the Bucks, particularly small forwards that are really good in the mid-range. Which obviously DeRozan is. DeRozan, that is like his signature. He operates in the mid-range. So far, he's 3 for 5 this season to this line, averaging 28.6 PRAs per game. Pretty solid there. Averaging right around 35 to 36 minutes per game. So we like seeing that as well. Talking about last time we took this matchup, like I said, we want a mid-range master. And that's exactly what DeMar DeRozan is. Why is that? Because the Bucks are 28th at defending the mid-range. They're pretty bad at it, and I've seen it on display. It's kind of that no man's land. They defend the 3-point line okay, the paint okay, but the mid-range is not so good. And DeRozan's going to be able to do some work in there, I think. 48% of DeRozan shots come from the mid-range. Like I said, that's what he really focuses on a lot, and obviously getting into the paint as well. But really like his mid-range there. Like I said, Bucks ranked 28th in mid-range defense. They also ranked 30th in PRAs allowed to small forwards as well. So as far as rebounds and assists as well, I really like him to get a bunch of those. I like him really to fill up the stat sheet here, kind of like Butler did the other day. And even like Jonathan Kuminga did as well for the Warriors. Both those guys went over. And I think, once again, I think you'll see DeRozan be able to hit his over. Props.cash has a projection on him of plus 2.3, so that's solid as well. I like seeing that kind of stuff. I think he's going over too. So, love it there, guys. For number one pick, we got DeMar DeRozan over 27.5 PRAs here for the Sacramento Kings. We got minus 122 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, at number two. This one's a little different, guys. And it's, it doesn't really go against my rules. This is one that I just got to thinking about. I'm like, man, I think we gotta start paying attention here. Well, the Washington Wizards plus 8.5 spread versus the Orlando Magic at minus 110 odds here on Fanatics risking unit here. So I'm gonna say this. A couple things. For one, the Magic have not been great so far to start the season. They did end up beating the Hornets the other day when we took the Hornets spread. I remember that, guys. I get that. But that was really their best performance of the season. Overall, their defense has been pretty bad. And even offensively, until that game, they hadn't been very good. So I'm going to run it back here and see about fading them again. Just because I don't have a lot of trust in this Magic team right now. And this Wizards team, I got to thinking, and I really think this is going to be a sneaky team this year. I know so far, even if you look at the against the spread numbers, it really doesn't say that. They're 1-4 against the spread. Orlando, like I said, 1-5 against the spread, not much better. But I love this young nucleus with Alex Sarr, Bilal Coulibaly, Keyshawn George, and you got the Wiley vets in there with CJ McCollum and Middleton. This team is healthy right now. They just got Coulibaly back, which I think is huge for them. I think they're going to be a lot better than people think right away. You think the Wizards are going to be trash? I think they're going to be a little bit better. They're going to be competitive. They're going to cover spreads is really what I'm getting at. They kind of somewhat, now you guys got to check me a little on this. They somewhat remind me of the Oklahoma City Thunder from a few years ago before they were good. When the Thunder were just a fringe, when they were playing a lot with big spreads, and they weren't that good, and they were getting better, but they weren't that good yet. They kind of remind me of that team, just in terms of they have a really nice young nucleus, like I said, and they have some wily vets here as well that I think are great culture guys. CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton to me are great culture guys. So I think the Wizards cover. I think the Wizards honestly have a good chance here to win. We've seen them play honestly decent the last couple games. Again, this is where you kind of got to look and you got to pay attention a little bit. The Wizards lost by 19 to the Thunder. So you thought, oh, they got blown out. No, not really. They were competitive in that game, the entire game, because I was paying attention to it. Because we had Alex Sarr in the under. And I was hoping the Thunder would pull away. And I'm like, darn, they're just not pulling away. Once the fourth quarter came, they started to pull away. But up until that point, the Wizards were very much in that game. On the road versus the Thunder against the world champs. I thought that was impressive. Against Philadelphia, they went to overtime there. Should have won that game. 100% should have won that game. They ended up throwing that game at the end. But you see what's kind of going on here. They're starting to figure things out a little bit. They're starting to get close. And I think here, like I said, I think this is going to be the team you got to pay more attention to this season. I really do. They really caught my attention the last couple of games. And like I said, I think they're only going to get better and better. We've seen the development of Alex Sarr. We've already taken his props a lot. We did take his under last time, but we've taken his overs as well. I think the Wizards here get it done, guys. They cover the spread. So, love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We're going with the Washington Wizards plus 8.5 on the spread here versus the Orlando Magic. Minus 110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, at number 3, we're going Cade Cunningham under 1.5 threes here for the Detroit Pistons. We got plus 140 odds here on DraftKings. Let me first say, risking unit here, I love the value on this, right? Plus 140, you could sign me up for those any day of the week. I love making more than 1-to-1 on our money. But so far, guys, under in 3 of 5 games so far in the season, averaging 6.6 3-point attempts per game, which is definitely scary. But here versus the Mavericks, Mavericks are really good defending the 3-point line. The third and threes allowed to point guards. Bunch of point guards, notable point guards have already went under 1.5 threes. Manuel Quickly, Stefan Castle, and who's the other guy had? SGA hit just one. And those guys' lines were either 1.5 or higher, with plus value there as well. So there's some history here to tell us that Cade could definitely go under. There's a bunch of other reasons, though, I like this. For one, I could see this being a blowout. So I could see Cade losing minutes here at the end of the game. Because the Mavericks are operating without Anthony Davis and Derek Lively. So I could see this turning into a blowout in favor of the Pistons. That's also why I like it, though. With Anthony Davis and Lively being out, that means they should be attacking the paint. One would think you'd attack the paint more, which means, less perimeter shots, and that's what Dallas has really been playing good defense. So all their guards are healthy. Cooper Flagg, Max Christie, Klay Thompson, all those guys are healthy. The guys that have been doing it on the perimeter. So like I said, I think the attack should come from inside the paint. And I think the Mavs are going to be able to keep Cade from making too many threes. Like I said, he's going to attempt a few. These bets are scary. I'm not looking forward to this one in some ways. Obviously hopeful that we can cash. It's got great value on it. I think we have a good chance to cash, which is obviously why I'm taking it. But it's not a fun bet. Let's just say that. It's not a fun bet. Like I said, Mavs rank third in threes allowed to point guards. They defend that top of the key pretty well. They're 11th in top of the key defense. So that's pretty solid there as well, which is where most of Cade's threes would come from. Because you got guys like Cooper Flagg out there that are high energy, right? Cooper Flagg's going to sprint out to the 3-point line. He's a young guy. Obviously, he's going to be playing very lively defense here at the top there for the Mavericks. So I think Cade goes under. Love it there for number 3 pick, guys. Got Cade Cunningham under 1.5 threes here for the Detroit Pistons. Plus 140 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 4, we got Sam Hauser over 8.5 points here for the Boston Celtics. We're going minus 112 odds here on DraftKings. Risking a unit here. Hauser 3 of 6 this season, but landed on 8 twice. So honestly, I like that. I mean, the fact that he's getting there just about every time. Averaging 11.2 points per game. So he had a game where he had 21. I think this is going to be a great matchup here for him. The Rockets here ranked 30th in points allowed to small forward and 18th in points allowed to power forwards. You might see him play a little bit of both as they, jostle lineups. Specifically, though, they are bad in 3-point defense, which is obviously what Hauser specializes in. Rockets ranked 28th in threes allowed to small forwards and 17th in threes allowed to power forwards. So they give up the 3-point ball. And Hauser isn't going to generate the most attention. Obviously, initially I wanted to take Jaylen Brown in this matchup, but then I thought about, here's the issue. If you're going to take a small forward versus the Rockets, which is fine, they're really bad in PRA defense to small forwards, but you got to make sure it's not a guy that they're going to want to single out. Jaylen Brown is the bona fide star right now in the Celtics by a long shot over just about anybody else, right? There's no Jason Tatum. There's no other guy to kind of relieve some of the pressure off of Brown. So I could see the Rockets. The Rockets may throw Amon Thompson on him. And if that's the case, I don't want that matchup. That's not great for Jaylen Brown if you got Thompson on you. But Hauser's not going to get that matchup. I'm confident Hauser's going to be kind of left alone a little bit here. And like I said, guys like Derek White, maybe, and also Jaylen Brown are going to generate more of the attention. And Hauser should get some good looks tonight. And it's just going to be a matter of can he knock him down and shoot a good percentage here tonight. So, like I said, I really like Hauser's spot. Love it there for number 4 pick, guys. We got Sam Hauser over 8.5 points here for the Boston Celtics. Minus 112 odds on DraftKings. And then for the Sweep Parlay, risking a 10th of a unit. Now, keep in mind, there is a wrinkle with this parlay. We have all of our picks from the video, but we also have DeMar DeRozan to get 4 rebounds as well with his PRAs. So he should be able to obviously do that. If he's going to go over in PRAs, he should be able to also get 4 rebounds. That's the hope. The reason why I did that is because they had a same game parlay X or whatever on Fanatics risk-free. So, I mean, I'm risking a 10th of a unit on the channel, but just as you guys can see up on the screen, it's a risk-free bet. You always take the freebies, guys. I mean, I would always preach that. So if you're taking on Fanatics, do the same thing. You get it risk-free for a tenth of a unit. We still track it as a tenth of a unit here on the channel, but it's risk-free. So why wouldn't you do that? So that's what we're doing for the parlay, so just keep that in mind. Like I said, he should be able to get those 4 rebounds here today. I really like his. I really like the idea of him getting 4. If he's going to go over in PRAs, he should get the rebounds as well. So that'll do it for our picks, though, guys. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Like I said, hopefully we'll make some money today. Have a great day in college football and the NBA. We got a lot of action today. We got 8 picks total across the channel. 4 in the NBA, obviously, as we just went through. And then 4 in college football. And like I said, we're already 1-0 in college football so far on the week. We cashed last night's bet. So if you guys are interested in checking out our college football video, make sure you guys check that out as well. And hopefully we can make some buco buckos today. So appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.